The one thing that is unpredictable so much is football. But it comes to a time where when you watch your team play and how your manager behaves and how the fans are behaving, and you could see like you are always one goal away from a meltdown. And we have finally arrived because now we've lost against Aston Villa 2-1 by a last minute dagger. A game that I thought maybe we deserved a draw, but it wasn't looking good, especially with the early kickoff. So, yes, welcome to Gods on Goal. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. I had to take some few minutes, not or some few hours, that I could relax, can be able now to talk rationally and talk about the game itself, because whatever we went to do at Villa Park, man, that was a lot of bullshit. As much as I saw this result coming from a mile away, and if you add to all the the injuries we've had, the schedule that is there, the players falling off, the coach not making enough rotations even when necessarily we need some, Odegaard playing 90 minutes, Eze getting benched, Martinelli being dog shit, Madueke being Madueke, Gyökeres being, you know Gyökeres going missing. There's a lot that is going on. So yeah, this is a match reaction against that, and Arteta really got it wrong. I'm not a coach myself. I don't know what best approach he could have made, and I was reading all online. When the lineup came out, I mean, seeing Eze on the left wing just because the captain Odegaard is back. I mean, that's diabolical because Eze was playing really well over the past 2 or 3 games away. And yes, maybe as much as he wasn't really like getting the performance of his lifetime, but he was performing well at the number 10. But you could see our pattern of play while we were playing with Odegaard in the team and Ben White. Saka can get all the passes, he can get all the balls that he was getting from that Odegaard side because he was there. And Odegaard really plays so slowly, slows our attack. I mean, he had a great shot, yes, and got saved, but I can look at so many things in that game. Merino was missing in the game. Hincapié isn't a defender, a central defender. I'm like, no, that is not a central defender because he's struggling. Julian Timber wasn't having the best game of his life. Ben White has now played 2 games, 90 minutes, and because of our depth that is missing, so that is really, really concerning. Calafiori got yellow carded. He's going to miss the next game against Wolves, and I bet he's going to play against Bruges over in the midweek. Declan Rice, that is one of the only players that actually is putting everything to the game and is putting everything on the line so that he can be able to get a win. Zubimendi, I think he was okay across the game, but the saddest thing about the situation is that now we've dragged Madueke. Later came on and it wasn't looking good. It was not looking good. Gyökeres came on and did nothing. Trossard came on, scored a goal, and then he was subbed off. I don't understand why Arteta has to play injured players all the fucking time. It's really annoying. Now you've dragged Man City in a title race again because they've slam dunked Sunderland like no one's business, and that was inevitable because once Man City saw us lose against Aston Villa, I think that was the only motivation they needed to go and beat Sunderland because there was absolutely no way Sunderland was going to win at the Etihad. And these teams, when they meet Arsenal, they always play like it's a final or something. Man, it's so disgusting. Now we are 2 points away from Man City, 3 points away from Aston Villa. And we're still going to face Aston Villa again this month. Oh my God. This is so depressing, but I'm still positive on how the season will go. I still feel like, we've gotten to a place where, yes, they'll call it excuses. But you can't have those many injuries consecutively in each and every game where we're missing major players and not expect a drop off. And it wasn't even a surprise now that Odegaard was back in the team. We couldn't win again, so that's also another thing. Yes, it might seem like I'm blaming Odegaard, but he's the captain. He's come back to the team, and we look so poor in attack. We are moving so slowly. Yes, I understand we don't have our centre backs. We have zero threats now on our set pieces. I mean, nothing is moving. I think Declan Rice needs to rest for the next 2 games, because I do not want to see him on the pitch again. Because that guy has played. He was almost injured in the Brentford game. He still played another 90 today. He looked so tired. Man, Arsenal is really disappointing. Yes, I know we've only lost our second game in all competitions. That was Liverpool, and now it is Aston Villa. Through in very, very freakish manners. And all those, the 2 times that we've lost, it's down to Arteta. It's down to him. Because, he could have done something with the lineup. Because why should we wait for Madueke to come, Martinelli to be fit, Gyökeres to be fit, Trossard to be back on the bench? We have Nwaneri, who hasn't even played like proper minutes this season. And then we have to put Eze on the left wing, and Merino as a striker, and Saka to attack alone, while Aston Villa, played us off the park. And congratulations to them, actually. I believe they deserved to win. They deserved to get the 3 points. They looked like they wanted to win this game. They also knew what was at stake if they won the game, because now they are in the title conversations. They've won 9 out of their last 10 games. Literally, there's no draw, there's no loss, just wins. Wins all over, wins all over, wins all over. And credit to them. Unai Emery does this thing every single year when we are having a title race, and it's Man City behind us, because where were they last season when you needed them to do something? Yes, they also beat Man City themselves, so fair play to them. And as the season is going, I think they will beat so many bigger teams at Villa Park. But I'm glad that we don't have to go to Villa Park again. Let's maybe meet in the FA Cup or something, but we don't have to go back there, which I'm delighted to hear and see. So yes, all is well. I think it's a bad result. Yeah, it's generally bad. It's a loss, and our rivals are closing the gap now. We're still 2 points ahead. We can still maintain our run. We just need to go on a run and hope and pray that our players now can stay fit, or whatever is happening behind the scenes in our medical stuff in the medical room. I hope it's something not shady, because the amount of injuries that we're having. So a player like Mosquera, for example, I think he missed how many games? Like 2 games at Valencia. He was never injured, and then all of a sudden he was just injured. And then he's gone for 6 to 8 weeks. Then it'll take him another 2 or 3 weeks to get into fitness. We are missing Saliba. We are missing Gabriel. We're missing rotation options in our back line. We have rotations also in our front line, but our coach insists on playing our captain, who we've been complaining, or rather, we've been wanting an upgrade for the longest time, and at least Eze is trying to play in that position. Maybe not according to the instruction that Arteta is giving, but we can't continue this way, because something must have to change. And the pressure is on us, not necessarily to win something, but to actually win the league. Yes, we can mask it off with a Carabao Cup win if we can, maybe an FA Cup win. I don't know how easy or how hard it is to win the Champions League, but if Arteta doesn't win anything, if he wins the Carabao Cup, he has to win the FA Cup. Those two will give him at least some breathing space. If he wins the Champions League, fair play. He earns his right for another season to go for the league. If he wins the league only without winning the others, now that's another conversation we can have, because now he's given us something that we've been wanting for the longest time possible. Yes, I can survive with another year without the Champions League. That's okay. But I don't think I can survive another year with Arteta trying to win the league with this team, and Man City winning again and again and again after going through a rebuild. Because why for the past 5 or 6 years that the only times the Man City haven't won the league, it is Liverpool who have won it. Liverpool have been fumbling the whole season, and here they are now. But all in all, it's good that we've lost. It's good that our team has been exposed. We hope that this doesn't come to haunt us in future, when now we need to rack up some wins to be able to either gain some ground on another team, or maybe just be far away. But then again, this is God's on Goal. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you on more analysis on the next episode. Do enjoy.